Sit back in a bit, meditate, I think I should. No, we ain't friends, got me on.
What's going on, guys? It's Bryce from Fitz Records, and we're back with another video. Now, today, we got something a little bit different than the news and the hip-hop and the stuff going on in the community that I've been covering. Today, we got, as you can see from the title, I got a Bobby Tarantino III tier list, and I actually just re-listened to the album, like, just now, because if you saw my last video, you saw I got the vinyl, so I figured I'd spin it, and I figured this would be a good idea, so we're gonna get into that. But before we do that, like, comment, subscribe, show support, do all that, you know what I'm saying? If you want to make your own tier list, I'm going to put a link to it in the description, and tweet at me your tier list on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @FitzBryce. You can find that in the link tree down in the description too if you just want to go to there. But regardless, I want to see what you guys think. All right, so right here, got all the tracks in order, and I'm just going to rank these in order and, you know, see how it goes. And like I said, I just listened to the album, so it's fresh in my head. I have listened to this album, like, a lot actually since it's come out, so I think I have a pretty good understanding and feeling for all of these tracks. So with the first track, we got Introll. Now, Introll is not really a song, obviously. It's like a skit, so the way I'm going to be ranking the skits, which there are two of, is just like comparing them to other skits, since it's not really fair to compare them to songs. When you think of Logic skits, you probably think of Incredible True Story, which are great skits, and then you have something like Introll, which is just like kind of a waste of a good beat, honestly. So it's not even a song really, so it's gonna go right in D. And also, if you notice on this tier list, I skipped E. We just skipped it in the alphabet because fuck it. But you know, if I had E in there, all of this would not fit on the screen at once, so I just took it out. Whatever. So next, we got our first actual track, Vaccine, the first single for the album. If you're an OG of the channel, you remember me covering all the singles and stuff that came up to Bobby Tarantino III, so hey, good on you for that. But Vaccine is kind of a slapper, all right? It is honestly a slapper. I don't know if it's the biggest slapper on the album, so I don't know if it's gonna make it up here, but it's pretty good. Honestly, one of my favorites from the album. I think it sits pretty comfortably in A. Next, we have Get Up, which was the second single for the album. More singy, you know, not as Bobby Tarantino. He did have that verse at the end where, you know, trap drums kick in, you know, the bass kicks in, and it's honestly pretty fire. I don't know if it's as good as Vaccine. I think I like Vaccine more, but I still like Get Up, but like, we're gonna put it in B for now. I might change these around once they're all like placed and see where I think they might appropriately end up. Next, we have My Way, third single from the album. You know, this was not a fan favorite. This was not a fan favorite. I did have a reaction to this song. You know, it is up on the channel if you want to see my honest, genuine reaction when it came out. But over time, I'm not gonna act like I returned to the song that often. Probably one of my least favorites on the album. I don't know if it's quite F, but if we're gonna compare it to the other songs, it might have to end up in the C or so. Oh no, Alright, it's gonna go C for now. It's gonna go C for now. The fourth single from the album, you know, Call Me is nice. Alright, this was one of the better singles for sure. And I'd almost, you see, because it's good, but I don't know if it's as good as Vaccine. But if I'm gonna compare it to Get Up, I think I like Get Up more. So this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do right here. Call Me B, Get Up A. There we go. I fixed it. Alright, I said we might move them around. We're moving them around. Inside, featuring Cynthia Erivo, which had a beautiful verse. Now, this song, despite the hard instrumental in the trap drums, this song is actually extremely emotional, introspective, and is definitely the most conscious song on this album, and it's one of my favorites on the album for that reason. I think it blends everything in pretty perfectly, so I'm gonna put that up in A as well, honestly. I mean, it's really good. Now we have Flawless, which may have leaked before the album came out, which I may have overplayed a little bit. So when the album dropped, it didn't exactly give me that like surprise factor, which I'm sure it did for a lot of you guys who heard the album. And also I'm sure a lot of you guys did listen to the leak before it did come out, so you guys were familiar with the song because it pretty much dropped in an identical state. Maybe it was mixed and mastered better. That does not take away from the song. And since Bobby Tarantino III came out kind of a while ago at this point, I just look at it as part of the album. So I'm gonna put this up in B. All right, it's pretty good, you know, nothing too crazy, but now we have Stupid Skit. You know, the skits on this album were not great. They just were not great. They weren't really supposed to be anything crazy. I wasn't expecting Incredible True Story level skits. I will admit, Stupid Skit, it is kind of funny. I know a lot of people said it was corny, you know, whatever, like, I get it. It is not great. It is kind of a waste of a track. but I do see some of the humor in it, honestly. However, it is not anything crazy, so it is probably gonna go right there in the D. Actually, introll is better than Skit. All right, now we have Theme for the People, which is a pretty good track. All right, nothing too special, nothing too crazy. Honestly, it's just like a verse that goes throughout. I do like the instrumental. It is smooth, it is chill. I do mess with it, honestly, and it's nothing too special, too crazy, but I do mess with it, so therefore it's going right comfortably in the B position. All right, now we got God Might Judge, and this is just a banger. All right, people always say it's a Nice for What Drake ripoff. Whatever, I understand that, but it's kind of fire, and it's a long track, lots of flow switches, lots of beat switches. Like, it is a full track, like it really is. So honestly, it's one of my favorite on the album. I'm putting in S. All right, I'm putting in S, man. I don't give a shit. I'm putting in S. Now we got probably my favorite song on the album, You Space Cowboy. Now, do I even have to say anything? Do I even have to like go into detail? Because the song is incredible. That first verse, that first instrumental, incredible. The beat switch, incredible. The only gripe I have in the song is maybe the little speech at the end, but that's just kind of like an outro. It is really the outro to the album, and Untitled is like, as Logic explained it, like the secret track or whatever at the end of the album. He did say You Space Cowboy is the true outro to the album, so knowing that and knowing how it sounds and how it plays in the album, I think it's incredible. Now finally, we're already at the end here, and we have, as I just said, Untitled, which is the last track on the album. Now, Untitled and Theme for the People remind me of each other a lot because they're just one verse throughout the song, chill instrumental, nothing too crazy, nothing too wild. If you had to ask me which one I preferred, I wouldn't know how to answer that, so they're both going in B. It's going in B right there next to it. So just looking at the tier list, seeing if there's anything I want to move around, I don't think so, honestly. I'm kind of happy with it. I'm kind of happy with the way it looks, you know. This is just my thoughts. I'm not sure if I have any unpopular opinions. Like I said, go in the description, click on the link to this tier list, make your tier list, and then also go in the description, click on my link tree, follow my Twitter, and tweet at me your tier list. I want my Twitter to blow up. All right, I want to see so many of these. All right, I need to know what you guys think. All right, but you know, if you guys enjoy watching, like, comment, subscribe, do all that. I appreciate you guys' support. Let me know if you want more types of videos like this. Like, I've done them in the past. Like I said, I did them with YS Collection. I did it with Trip at Night. I did it with J. Cole's The Off Season. I'm probably gonna do a Vinyl Days when it drops. I need to know if you guys like this and want to see me continue it, because I do this any album, really. I mean, I could have like my boys in for albums we all like and listen to, and we could sit here and discuss and decide. I think that could be a lot of fun. I kind of want to do one with Whole Lotta Red, so that might be coming soon. But regardless, I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think about my tier list in the comments. And yeah, it's been Bryce. Peace.